Hey folks, I'm Rantina. Today I want to talk about Secret of Mana. We just finished up the playthrough and could do some analysis. At least I think so, but I think everything needs analysis, so par for the course, I guess. So it's almost 23 years old, Secret of Mana. It was released in August of 93. My math is off, probably. Not good at math. Almost 23 years old for Super Nintendo, and I read a little bit about the production problems. It was originally supposed to be launched, I think it was supposed to be the flagship game for Super Nintendo CD, and then they decided to take the technology for Super Nintendo CD and turn it into the PlayStation, and Super Nintendo, Square, whatever, was left with the remnants of this game, which was not yet done. But they no longer had room on the Super Nintendo cartridge to fully, have everything that they wanted in the game. So stuff had to be cut, and you can see that. You can see the lack of certain portions of the game, the story. The localization team had a month to translate everything from Japanese to English, and apparently it was a nightmare. And you can see that as a problem too. Even with the version of the game that I played for YouTube, which was the enhanced version, you can still see problems. They did a really good job cleaning up a lot of the dialogue, but you can still see problems with it. And you can tell a little when the words, always words, when the game had to be pared down and cut. And for me, I think that part is around the Tree Palace. The game seems big and expansive, and you can do anything. And then about the time you get to the Tree Palace, it becomes very linear, and you're just following the path of the game at that point. And even with all of this lost potential, the story that had to be cut, the gameplay that had to be cut, it's still a really good game. Um, I saw while I was doing this series, I saw on my little YouTube sidebar the recommended videos, another gameplay video for Secret of Mana called Slash Wait Slash. And I'm like, I don't like it, but that's pretty accurate. That's a lot of the gameplay. You hit something and then you wait for your meter to recharge and then you hit it again. And yeah, it's kind of a problem. But that's part of the reason that I sped up so much of the gameplay, was because I felt it was probably pretty tedious for people to watch. It's not really tedious to play, oddly, but tedious to watch, I think, and so a lot of it got sped up. But even with some of the plot holes that remain, loose threads, it's still a fun game. The music is fantastic. I like the characters. I've played this game. If I've played it less than 20 times, I would be very surprised. I've played it a lot, and it's funny when you go back and play games or, watch shows or whatever that you liked when you were younger, to see how much your perceptions have changed. I never really connected with many of the characters in the beginning, when I first played, but I found this time that I really connected with the sprite kid, and it was interesting. And this is part of the writing for the game. One of the good things. So many games, the protagonist gets angsty, and the other characters are just kind of like, oh, this sucks, poor guy. But the main character finds that he does have a mother, except, oh wait, she's dead now. And sure, a little angst is in order. I'd probably not handle it quite, so gracefully. And so main character gets angsty, and the sprite finally says, hey, knock it off. We got stuff to do. We don't have time for this. And the sprite child, however old he is, child, could mean something completely different in sprite. The sprite child just kind of knocks him on the head and wakes him up, and is I can't think of the word exactly, but the driving force through the game. We have to do this. We don't have time for this. We have to go do this. We don't have a choice. And in so many of these games, that's correct. We don't have a choice. We are the chosen one. So, yeah. And I empathize more with the girl and dialogue this time. I guess marriage will do that to you. Or maybe I'm just growing a heart. That would be a surprise. It's been 33 years. You'd have thought that if there was going to be one growing, it would have done it already. So, you know. So, yeah, Secret of Mana, fun game. I enjoy it a lot. I like how you level your weapon proficiency and your magic proficiency, and it's just a fun game. The music is great. I don't really have much to say about it. Thought I had more to say, but I guess I don't really. That's fine though. Sometimes you don't need to talk a lot about certain things. Just sit back and enjoy them. So, thanks for watching or listening or tolerating, whatever.